Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Duke Silver. Today we're going to be playing Freyja. Now Freyja is an interesting hero. So basically what Freyja's ability says is after you get a triple on any level, the next triple you get will only take 2 characters. So, I mean, it's technically not a triple, I guess, the next upgrade, but yeah. Yeah, again, pretty interesting hero. Very powerful, I think, late in the game. Being able to get like another level 6 treasure after you get your first one, I think is usually a decent for a good power spike later. So yeah, I haven't really played too much with Freyja though, so I don't really have like a solid opinion on the hero overall. But I think it's fine based on my my limited play with it so far. Definitely, I think a mid-tier hero for me at this point. We start off with our usual Freed Prince flip, with a couple of Elaines to go with it, because of course you get the royal aura from the Freed Prince, so the Elaines just pair really nicely with it. On level 3 here, looking at a TLK, or sorry, a new U, and yeah, I make the kind of greedy decision to just sell down and go for a level 4 character here, and we get a hobby. There was an item in the shop, so we sold an Elaine for it. I mean, the stat return I think is worth it, and we do get kind of paid off. Well, not really paid off, but we weather the storm from Merlin on level 3.0 there, and managed to walk away without any damage. We're gonna pick up an egg just to add a good chunk of stats to our board. We don't really add anything else except for another equipment, which does add some stats to our hobby, of course. So that's not too bad, and again, we walk away with a tie here, so feeling mostly pretty good about our decision to new U on 3.0 there. We do need to fill out our board though. There's an Ori there. Ori is going to increase the size of our hobby at least, but instead I see a new U, and we just go for it, and it turns into a Nocturne, which is a pretty big downgrade in stats. It's an interesting effect at least though. So we can kind of scale some stuff if we get some slays. And this opponent does have a couple of farmers here, so they've got some stats. But fortunately for us, we do get a fair amount of slays. Our stars help us kind of stabilize there as well, and we walk away without any damage once again. I considered just taking this Radiant Fairy, but it's so small, it's probably not going to slay. So we don't really have a way to scale it, really. Usually I want like a support or something, or or I want to be like casting spells before I just like jam a mirror fairy on 4.0. Looks like opponent has taken an alliance band early, and they've got a lot of stats over there, and we get kind of demolished there. So we our greedy line into the Nocturne, or into the double new U early, kind of catches up with us there. Gonna cast a spell on our Nocturne and pick up a couple Hellhounds. It adds quite a bit of stats to our board, so I thought we'd be okay going into this fight, but opponent has picked up a Husky and has a farmer, of course, and yeah, I mean, of course it's Brother Gambler, so they've got a ton of stats. Oh yeah, for those that don't know, the newest patch is live on the beta. Some pretty major changes there, so I would definitely go check out the patch notes if I were you. Definitely. Well, we lost the purple puff scam with Symbol of Unity, which is a great change, and Brother Gambler notably got a buff, or not a buff, a nerf, going down from instead of scaling off of every 2 gold or mana lost, it's every 3 gold or mana lost. And I have played a couple of Brother Gambler games on the beta, and it's still fine. I think it's a good nerf. Brother Gambler is a little bit too good, too easy to just AFK, so I think that's a good change. Alright, pick up, we've got a full evil board now. I picked up a BLT there, and yeah, this is a very large angel board, and once again we do take a beating here, and we're down to 2 now. After just a few combats, we were doing pretty well on the level 3 turns, but at this point we are looking like we're in trouble. Even taking this health spell is probably not even worth the gold, because it doesn't even get us out of range of dying in one hit. If we could chain some health spells together, then that might give us one more life. But but that's a lot of gold, and then we wouldn't be improving our board. And then we come up against a Dio board here with the Golden Husky, but fortunately for us, we do manage a tie. And it was a very close tie there, I think. So very, very grateful for that. I think we have our own Husky that we picked up to thank for that as well. And also getting our full evil board with the Hellhounds that adds a fair amount of stats, I think. We're really just looking for high demon here on this turn. There's a succubus, which to be honest, I think succubus might have been the take there. I think if I did this turn over again, then I would take it. Also, demons deal notably can't kill you anymore, so you can feel free to take them if you're at 1. Also, buying demons won't kill you. Like Hellhound normally does you a damage, but in this spot it won't kill us. But yeah, taking that final demons deal actually was kind of bad there, as it did leave us with no mana to buy this high demon. But we do manage to survive the turn and get the high demon this turn. We have to just be careful not to spend our mana early this time. And there's the Hellhound. Again, we are at 1. We do take a damage when you buy a Hellhound, but once again, it cannot kill you. So that's absolutely fine there. Gonna do some repositioning, considering whether we want to sell for this second Nocturne. I don't think we do. It just doesn't really add anything to our board. We go for a Morpholot there to see if we can get a relevant 6 for this turn, but unfortunately we do not. We are going to sell down for this asceticism just to go to 6 and increase the size of our buff on our Rune of Rising Power here. And yeah, you can see we come up against a dwarf board that's on 6 early and also has one more high demon than us, as well as an archdemon. But somehow we managed to get a tie still, just from our raw stats, I guess. And I think a little bit of help from BLT there. The asceticism means that we can't buy an archdemon if we find it, or another high demon, which is a little unfortunate. But we get pretty lucky and find just a couple of franks, and that's going to go right on our board. And yeah, now we're kind of just on the scam plan. The scam plan at this point. Yeah, we do manage to weather the storm there and even deal some damage. We locked a coin there because there's no real reason not to. You know, I mean, there are things that is like, I mean, of course, there's Hecate that cares about how many spells you've cast. Normally when I'm locking a coin, I've taken something out of the shop, but I still think it's a good habit to just lock the coin if you have nothing left, you have no mana left. We passed a duelist there. It might have been worth it just to take a duelist. It would make our Hellhound and High Demon a little bit weaker, but it would add another board or a body to our board, which could end up mattering. Oh yeah, notably we did triple our BLT last turn. We don't necessarily have room for 2 of them anyways, so especially since we also picked up this Archdemon, which adds a lot of tokens to our front line, which increases the power of our franks. So that was a pretty good turn overall. Also, we did get the pirate map, and we're gonna get our level 6 triple here on Frank. And yeah, there's the symbol of unity, but I think we're gonna take the harp. The harp's active right now, and we can play. We can kind of manipulate our board from here to actually use the harp. And with these token summons, all these token summons that we have, all these Archdemon summons and Frank summons, that plus 14, plus 12 aura is going to be no joke. I do harp on harp quite a bit, because I do think it's a bad treasure, because most boards really don't want you to be playing such low tier characters. You want to be filling your board with 6s in this game in general. So again, I don't think it's a good treasure, but we are going to make it work here. An opponent has decided to make themselves a flying dwarf here. Seems a little bit early to be picking up that item, but maybe they'd scouted our board and decided they wanted to eliminate us and try and take out one of our backline pieces here. There's a triple for the duelist. We could take a level 6 treasure off this pirate map. Like, it might be worth it, but we are just gonna roll past it. We do have a couple of 5s that we want to triple. as well as we've got our Freyja hero power. Since we already tripled to 6, we only need 2 copies of Archdemon to get the upgrade here, so that's what we're going to do. I considered taking the Spell Reflector, and just like yesterday, and maybe trying to wolf my whole board, but again, like, I mean, well, after yesterday's cats video where we took that and it didn't really pan out, like, I'm a little less inclined to take it. I think this was recorded very shortly after the cats one. So we just took the Piece of Infinity. Also, the Piece of Infinity is just going to give us stats immediately, and hopefully allow us to basically win the mirror match against this demon board, I think is the idea here. Opponent does have the +14, +7 aura. That's a level 7 treasure, and our harp, a level 6 treasure, is giving us way more stats than that. Well, not way more, I guess, just more toughness, but ends up mattering as we deal a ton of damage with the Golden Frank summons there. The classic Golden Pumpkin end the lobby quick strategy from the SBB days, for those that know. And yeah, we're basically just looking for another High Demon. Honestly, High Demon should be in the back. Like, Nocturne is just not that important. Although, like, I guess the chance to summon extra stars could end up helping us tie a fight if we need to. We have been at 1 for quite a while. We are just hanging on by a thread, so every bit of help stabilizing matters. We did end up taking another Nocturne just as a pair. Not entirely. I mean, I'm not entirely sure what treasures we want at 5. We don't summon enough things so that Cat Altar is going to be relevant, I don't think. We do end up with a tie there. We can't play the other Frank, unfortunately, because of our harp. So, like, we have to just work with our Frank and our Archdemon. We would definitely wolf the Frank as soon as we get a chance. And yeah, we're actually gonna cut the Nocturne. The stars, I mean, like I said, the stars do help a little bit, but I think this Frank's monster is just gonna do more overall. It's gonna get 50% of all the stats of our characters that die here, and with the Celestial Harp enhancing the size of our demon spawns, our demon harbingers that spawn, it is gonna actually grow relatively quickly here. And if we can manage to triple it, like if we don't end the game in the next turn, or this turn, which we do, if we hadn't, then if we tripled the Frank's monster, then it would actually get to a respectable size, I think. I mean, not a great size, but a respectable one, I think. Yeah, we didn't have a lot of room to really grow from here, so ending the lobby there is actually really, really important. But yeah, the reason that I wanted to showcase this game in particular was just how beaten down we got in the mid game, but Scam can still kind of pull you out of it. It's still kind of an easy to get into archetype. I mean, it helped that we had a fair amount of demons already. Like, you definitely want to be playing the Archdemon plus Frank package. And yeah, just the amount of stats that we got from being able to play the harp, I think helped us deal damage enough to end the game before we got really outscaled. But yeah, I mean, there is a problem with playing Scam and demons together, because I mean, I've outlined this before, but like, if you try and play a Scam piece in spot 2, like after the BLT gets to attack, there's going to be a demon that spawns in that spot, so it's going to take a while for you to even get to your slot 2 attacking. So you can't really play a lot of Scam units. You want to be playing just the BLT and then like maybe a Trinet in slot 4, but your other 2 units, you generally just want some big stats there. So things get, I mean, you can slot, I guess, the another Scam unit in between the Archdemon and the Frank, but yeah, it just gets a little bit awkward. There's a little bit of anti-synergy with the synergy in this comp, so I don't know. It's in a weird spot, but overall, I think it's a fine comp still. But yeah, let me know what you thought. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff I'm supposed to tell you to do. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you next time.